Ah, what a lovely day for a nice relaxing drive. Perfect weather conditions. Oh yes. Hello there everyone, this is iMark3. Welcome back to a nice chill time cruising around in Pacific Drive. I am going to keep on with this game and keep exploring because it's like the horror aspects are starting to creep into it a bit. And while the frame rate does feel a little bit off, I've found out since the last time that the game is capped at 30. So maybe that's why. Maybe I'm a bit more used to higher FPS, but this game also seems to struggle a bit as well sometimes on low-end PCs, which I admit mine is. Anyway, I've been putting around as I hit the end last time. I've got my base sorted out. As you can see, my checklist is done. I'm ready to take another drive. But I'll just show you around real quick and we'll get a few last bits done. So, locker. This is almost all of my stash of spare supplies. I knew I had a lot. I didn't realise I had this much. But, yeah, there we go. And soon I'm more in a moment as well. Anyway, tech tree. I've spent all my energy. I've got Matic Constructor, which I'm going to install in a moment. I've also got upgraded my headlights, upgraded my bumpers, upgraded my panels, upgraded the doors. Wheels I didn't pick up because I didn't have enough power. It's actually fairly expensive to get that. But I am running on off summer tyres still. Though I have also increased my vehicle storage capacity quite significantly. I was wondering about pneumo tubes. I've found this while I was working around here in the garage. So there is an in and out, I just don't know how to use it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so there is something here, but span the zone, low-tech, low-maintenance method of communication delivery. Endured in a place where so many advanced techs are not. Yeah, but doesn't mean I know how to use it though, and there's no other obvious prompts to activate it. Anyway, let's move on. I held off putting this in because it does install a new facility here. So here we go, Matic Constructor. There's been no new voice lines though, so that's why there's no other content during this. I was on the watch out, but nothing was said. So just let it materialise in. Ah, the wonders of nano construction. Oh, sorry, no, Lin construction. So this is the matter deconstructor, and apparently we can use this to break down parts. Energy efficient, economical, and probably even ethical. The matter deconstructor will recycle car components in seconds. Careful not to get your hand caught in the suspension matrix. Right, and I've got that because this is everything that has been shed from my precious car. Crude bumpers, crude headlights, crude panelling. I've even taken off some of the steel parts as well, but I'm not sure what to do about those. I'll leave them on the floor here. But for now, I just got to start recycling. Is that what I do? Ah! So I just have to keep doing that then. Okay. It does kind of cool when it's doing that, but now I've just managed to slam in 3 bumpers into it. Sorry, Uppy, I'm making a mess of your garage again. Oh dear. Well, I did say I'd be getting some more resources. I think I've got a few more resources here. Oh dear. Something else I've been thinking of is like, I'm wondering if, as I get more familiar, the time in terms of recording, like video length. Where did I get that road? Oh, from the... Really? That headlight used the road flare? I'm wondering if, like, as I get better at this and more familiar with the junctions, they'll take less and less video space, in which case episode progression will speed up quite significantly. So I'm going to leave those steel panels there. here's my transfer trunk, which has some extra stuff. So I made the unfortunate discovery that more advanced tools are actually locked behind more unstable energy sources, and the reliable flares is actually kind of a crude torch kind of thing. But unfortunately, as you can see, they are not stackable. I didn't realise I made a bunch of them, think they were stacked like the regular flares, but no, they don't. They are. I don't think I'll make any more of these. There's four slots, non-stackable, and I don't know how good they are at all either. Also some spare medkits and a spare handbag, so I've sorted my inventory out a little bit more. So, let's get ourselves a mission plan. The only source I know of unstable energy is going back to Sierra, which is warning extreme conditions. Do I feel safe doing that? I am decked out in steel plating. Also, it says there's a way from here to here, so that'd be a throughway there. Let's see, can I... Something is moving. Curious fragility and swift storms. Something is moving, not recognised. Curious fragility, not recognised. Swift storm, not recognised. Okay. And... Oh, okay, so I scanned it, but that's now locked me in. I wasn't sure if I wanted to go there or not, but apparently now I'm going there. Doctor left right, 2 unknown anomalies, shakers and tourists, so no saw blades. There's also some vehicles apparently there that I didn't recognise before either. Not much fuel. Not much fuel, no minerals, no atmospherics, but something is in extreme conditions. So, apparently we're going into a higher risk zone today. Now, sadly, I have found out that I can't actually replace my battery. I can install additional batteries on the side, but I can't actually swap out my existing battery. The engine is a little bit banged up, I think, with everything that's been through so far, but it's not too bad. I can't afford to... Well, I can't research a better one, but I have the basic one. But anyway, my darling, as you can tell, seems to be in better wear than ever before. Still slightly rusty, slightly run down, but ta-da! This is my darling, my beautiful metal box, my safety blanket in this world of storms. I just painted it white because to show the symbol of purity. So this is my precious darling. You're not messing with my mind at all. You're definitely not. Also, you can see where the storages are. Mounted on the back here, 2 side storages. Did I put anything in this one? Don't think I did. Nope, this one's empty. This one is actually housing tools and things. So as you see, I've got 2 of those torches. I've got spare scrappers, spare bar, flares, hand vac. I am currently carrying a full set out for those. I should keep some flares on me though. Just 10 of them, that'll be fine. The game recommends you take 3 with you. I'm taking 10. I'll leave those on the floor. We'll see if they're back there when I get back. But we are all good to go. Now, admittedly, there's no damage resistance on the side storages, but they have 200 hit points to the, I think it's like 40 for my steel paneling. But that said, the steel paneling has a damage reduction going on. And since we're in the day, our battery shouldn't be an issue, but I have actually stacked up with spare parts and things as well. So we have every kind of kit max stacked and ready to roll in our trunk. So honestly, if we're going into a high hazard zone, I am as prepared as I can be right now. Who knows what's going to happen? But anyway. Oh, I can actually tell it to go to a different place? You know, since it's actually letting me choose ahead of time, it's apparently it didn't lock me in. That's my plan course. There is a connection from here to here, so let's go ahead into this one. Complete unknown. Definitely a sensible choice. Radio station, residential, damp forest, outer zone. Okay. 2 stability points and 1 road leading onwards. Honestly, doesn't look too bad. There's a radio station. There's some buildings around the place. There is stability that goes straight off to my left, which I think I'll grab immediately because, you know, apart from increasing anomalies, there doesn't seem to be any kind of issue with that. Though, if that might be a bad habit to be getting into. We'll have to wait and see on that one.
Holy moly, are you kidding me right now? Poppy, you saw it too, didn't you? Tell me you saw it too.
Saw what?
What do you mean, what? Hallucinations, like the ones from 1961. It happened again, just a quick blip, like blinking your... Wait, you didn't see it?
I was in a total blackout. Colossal Cappy fried my systems.
Right, because sending the driver headfirst into Cappy didn't work out like you said it would. Big surprise.
Oh, spare me, Francis. The driver's alive and your remnants verified. Isn't that all you wanted? Now, why are you two yapping about the mass hallucination?
When Cappy amplified the remnant's signal, it triggered another hallucination event. But it only lasted 3 seconds this time. And not only that...
We picked up that its source was northwest of us. Specifically...
Yeah, somewhere in the deep zone.
That's impossible. It's been...
40 years.
So something happened 40 years ago. Cappy did say it's been a while since he's seen his darling. I think I was a male voice. Still don't know what's going on, but it's very misty. Though, don't get me wrong, I do like the fact I'm not having to... Oh, there's an arc tower there. Steer a little bit gently.
This hallucination wave that triggered 40 years and it turned out it's equal and opposite to the remnant's waveform.
They're paired signals. It means they're related. And what's more, if we bring that car to whatever this mass hallucination source is, we have a chance of nullifying the remnant and breaking its bond with the driver. A simple destructive interference.
This is insane! After all this time, we find a remnant, a lead on the mass hallucinations of 61, and a possible way to free the driver? Pinch me, Francis, because this is the best thing that's happened in decades. Just when things were getting dull.
The remnants. It was the key to the mass hallucination. This whole time.
Yes, and you nearly destroyed it.
I need to go.
This is huge, Francis! We have so much work to do.
I know. I've already pulled every report on the mass hallucination event. Driver, listen, you stay safe out there. We'll report back to you once we've gone through all of this data. There's a lot of it. And be careful. Oppie's not in her right mind, okay? So, watch yourself.
Oh, I am. What I thought was an arc tower turns out to be something else. Sizzling mist. That's something else I noticed in the tech tree. Some stuff is locked behind scanning stuff. Like there's the pothole, the spark tower, sizzling mist. Present condensed plasma particles makes the cloud conductive. Is the storm like an electrical storm, like we expect to find in the skies above? Do you want to stamp out such colloquial descriptions? No, there's something else. Something both more intense and yet also much more localized. I think with a little time, it'll be quite possible for us to replicate some of this behaviour in a lab setting, budget permitting. God, this is exciting. Our research is finally paying off. We'll get tenure for this for sure. But I feel like if I drive into that, I get electrocuted. Also, I was not expecting that swarm of bunnies. They just came out of nowhere. Now that said, that's not an arc tower, it was just a tree. This one is an arc tower. With 2 generators? And yes, there are fishes over there, and a radiation pool as... What was that? I saw things moving back there. I saw movement back there. 3 on it. Oh wow. You've got redundancy, haven't you? There we go. Well, plasma is something we don't have much of, so yeah. That's another sizzler. Oh, there we go. It wasn't something moving, it was just like a distortion in the radiation area. Okay. I don't have to be concerned about that. It wasn't the car moving, it was literally just the ground, the toxic effect of the destabilization going on. Now that says I have to watch out for the bunnies. I really have to watch out for the bunnies. Do I need to go that way? I don't think I do. I was planning to just grab that and turn around, honestly. Okay, let's grab it now. You are coming with me. Yoink. Run, 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 run. A swarm of bunnies are attacking the car. Oh no, they were actually interested in me. That's... I just... Actually, they might damage my battery charge, now that I think about it, because they are mucking with the electric system. Well, that said, it looks like only one bunny can be attached at a time. And they do knock each other off, competing to get on my car. Speaking of, are you okay? Are you okay? No damage. Yep, no damage whatsoever. You're all good. Honestly, I said it before, I'll say it again. One of the things that drew me to this game was the atmospherics. I mean, look at this mist, it's gorgeous. They've done such a good job with this. Go down there. I mean, most games just like make it really dense, but no, this has actually got stuff like looming out of the mist as you go around the place. It's really good. I like it. I like this a lot. Oh, shush. Oh yeah, the bunny, it turned out, had actually turned on my headlights and my windscreen wipers, so it wasn't a problem until I actually started the car back up. But I'm just stopping here because there's a radio station down there. And because it's a steep hill, actually the entire thing is in a depression. I think I don't want to send the car down there because getting out will be a massive pain. In fact, why is there a radio station down at the bottom of a hole? Then again, there's only reshuffling stuff, isn't it? Well, apparently the station has got radiation going on. Okay. Oh, transmitter. Pry-bar to lead plating. Not much else down here, it seems like. Just the plasma generator. Nothing there, nothing there. Okay. Wait, what was that pry-bar to? Lead platelet. I can't actually make lead platelets yet. Actually, that might be worth doing a quick run to get some. Let's try it once and find out. Pry-bar? I don't know why these things don't want to work for me. I mean, I tried the other one previously and it didn't work for me either, but it's like, I don't know. Oh well, let's break the generator and leg it, because radiation. How far is actually close enough? There we go. Right. The mist is peeling back as it lifts. Getting a bit more of a view, and oh my gosh. Glad I didn't stop right when they hit, because that was right in the zone. So apparently this area is just rife with bunnies. But I stopped because this is a new vehicle. A fuel tanker. Missing some tires. Can I get fuel out of you? Like, at all? I can. And there's also a fuel barrel up there as well, I think. Yeah, fuel barrel. I'm pretty good for fuel then. Well, we can confirm tourists are in this zone, because they are about the place. I'm also kind of wondering if there's tech back at base where I can invest in some lead underpants or something. Also, I really should be trying to use that, but it's dark out. I don't really need it at all. I am also damaged enough that I actually need a health kit, though. So use that. And that is by scoffing an MRE earlier. And then I'll just continue to stash loot in here. I'm wondering if I should just stash loot in the side box, but the side box seems a bit more vulnerable. Oh yeah, look, that's the second one. That wasn't there. Oh, there's another one. They are moving. Tourists. I'm still very concerned that we might get one that actively moves instead of one that stops and lets you take your time. You know? I can totally see that being a thing later in. Some kind of mobile version. Well, more mobile version. That's why it sounds so violent whenever they turn up. They're just buried in the ground. You can't see them before they spring on you. Get rid of you guys though. Yuck. And yeah, so much for only one of them being able to attach up. So they can knock you back into drive. No. No. Stop. Thank you. You guys are actually a bit of a pain, aren't you? Go away. Don't know why I said they're broken bunnies though. Bit of a mystery, but yeah, definitely watch out on zones that actually have those in there. But anyway, I stopped here because pneumotube. There were also sodium vapor lights. Recommended tool hand vac. Okay, what will that do? First time using a hand vac. Does it have to be an actual intact light? Oh, I see. If I scrap them, I get scraps, but the hand vac can actually pop out the glass, and I can salvage a bulb from them. Okay, that's interesting. Anyway, what's this? What can I do with this? Oh. There is a dumpster pearl, whatever that is. Yellow paint. Match paint. Ooh. Very nice. But how do I... Is that a... I feel like I can use this to send stuff back, but at the same time it's like... how well does that work? Let's test it. Let's grab. Do I have a full stack of anything? I do not. I want to hang on to the paint because I definitely want to get that back space. You know, must be able to paint stuff. The dumpster pearl, unknown. Want to hang on to that. I will send. No, fabric can go into. I've got a stack of broken glass. I'll send a stack of broken glass and that back. There we go. Okay. And whatever's on these. Okay, so parts, bulb. How do I send you off? That's the thing, I don't know how to send you off. And when I found it before, it didn't have a thing. I'm going to have to look this up on Google, aren't I? I don't know what to do with this thing. Also, the guys are just cracking in the background. Okay, hang on. Sadly, Google has failed me. I literally found nothing on these pneumatic deposit boxes. I don't know how to use these at all. I put stuff into it. I'll put a bulb into it. I'll just leave that. Note to self, you've left a bulb in a pneumatic box. Hopefully that'll do something. Come on, you stupid weight plate. Move. No. I have no idea how you work. T? No, that just emptied it. Okay, if there's a bulb back at base, then it does its own thing, but I just don't know. Ah, so that's what a dumpster bell looked like. It looks like a molten blob of slag, actually. Or solder. Also, why is there one of those flares lit? I didn't like that. It came out of the dumpster like that. Might as well leave it be. Since it's not one that can be fixed. You are... Just pry bar it. Right. Oh, wow. I was thinking of not seeing any tourists. But now there's a massive swarm of them around here. Yeah, nothing else I want in there, so... Alright, let's move on. I must have another dumpster. Oh, that's disappointing. They don't stack. Boo. Boo, I say. That's not good. Why don't you stack at all? I hope you're useful for something. Also, why did the car just move? Did the car just move? Doesn't look like it. I don't know. Anyway, the last stability anchor is that way. Okay, here it is, right on the edge of that sizzling mist. I also think I've made a whole mistake. Are you gonna move? No. Right. Okay, I said I made a whole mistake. And that is that while I have been able to drive out here, My first assumption that the entries would still work apparently isn't true. Because looking at my map, plotting my exits, as you can see they're all closed. So, that means I have to actually go back to base, and then I can come back out. Oops. Yeah, so, while you can drive off the stable route, you can only do it for these first zones straight out of Oppie's garage. You can't actually do it elsewhere. Is there anyone nearby I want to hit? Not especially. I think I'm good to just go for an exit, actually. Yep, let's do the exit one. Okay. Does mean all those vents to get through there. Because there's a lot of vents on this road. It's like completely fractured down here. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's trigger the nearest one. Let's trigger you. And so it begins. See what I mean? That's all over the darn place. Easy. Easy. Oop-de-daisy. May not be on off-road tyres, but that's okay. And we're not even going to hit yellow. No problem. No, stop sliding. We are on very slick mud down here, actually. Oh, so much for not getting into yellow.
I owe you an apology. I screwed up. I nearly got you killed. The things I used to calculate as easily as turning a screwdriver, they're foggy now. The numbers don't work themselves out like they used to. I haven't been myself for a long time, but I haven't needed to be. It's been me and this cursed place I created and nothing else for decades.
You created?
But now, knowing that whatever caused the mass hallucination is still out there, I need to know what it is and why the remnants are connected to it. Francis was right about the remnant and the mass hallucinations' paired signals. If we can get them together, maybe they'll cancel each other out and you'll be free. It's a shaky theory at best, but it's the only lead we've got for now. You can do nothing and twiddle your thumbs until that remnant drives you mad. Or, if you're willing to work with me, I'll give you the best chance to survive this thing. Think it through. And fix up your car while you're doing it. You'll need to for whatever you decide from here.
My car is not twisting my mind at all. Oh, and now it's actually giving me an objective to go back to Sierra. Yeah, my car's okay. I've just got some more loot. There is one thing I need to check urgently, though, which is... did the pneumotube bring me my bulb? No. I do not understand how this thing is meant to work. Because I really don't understand what this thing is meant to do. Now that said, there was actually something in the research about a pneumo storage. I've got a little bit of energy, so some more options have appeared to light up. Locker, parts lockers, pneumatic lockers. Here we go. Upgrade one of your lockers to make an extraordinary amount of underground storage space. I don't think that's the same as that pneumatic loader I've got there. Ooh, we get a fish tank. Can we put bunnies in there? I don't know. We'll reward you with a car accessory in exchange for anchor energy. So there are other options for customizing the cars, apparently. But still, yeah. That's it, though. I did achieve one of my goals. Complete the zone in half an episode's time. Yay! Eventually, I wasn't that thorough about it. I mean, I just have unlocked here the Liberator. Though, unfortunately, I can't actually craft it. Because I need more corruption gems and things. I should have detonated those, that swarm of... How can I safely detonate them? Oh, other thing is, the parts left on the floor are still there. Yay! Anyway, let's diagnose the damage. My car should be pretty darn good to go. It is. Let's go. From logging in through Steam, though, I also know there is an achievement for doing a run on low fuel. I'm guessing there's one for doing a run on low battery as well. So it'd be a good idea to knock that out early while going through less dangerous areas. So, you know, maybe I'll do that. Anyway, let's unload and get ready to move on. And yes, this does respawn every time. That's interesting. A little weird. Apparently, that's showing my fuel indicator, right? But when I run the windscreen wipers, the fuel gauge starts going bonkers as well. Oh, my beautiful car, you're a little bit eccentric sometimes, aren't you? And yeah, I'm just running the engine and lights to get those levels down to low warnings. I've been thinking, slice a pearl in half, you'll find 1,000 layers of precious materials formed around the core. Break one of these apart, who knows what'll pop out. If I'm reading that right, does that mean I need to hit these with a scrapper? I'm just keeping an eye on my battery. I mean, this is the best way to know how close it's getting. It's taking a while because I'm not actually doing anything with it. No, that's not doing anything to it. Oh, maybe the disassembler. Maybe that can do something with it. It's worth a try, yes? Levels are still slowly going down. Okay. Right, disassembler, can you do something to a dumpster pearl? Apparently the answer is yes. Is that the right thing to do about them? I don't know. How with this many steel plates and a decal kit? That is the correct way to do about it. Camo decals. How do I apply decals? Now you see me, now you don't. Legal note. Camouflage decals provide no protection against anomalies or zone conditions. Boo! So if I don't... You're saying if I equip Dazzle camo on my white car over there, it won't do me any benefit? Just load scrap metal for that one. Okay. Not as interesting, but yeah. Apparently I just load those into assembler. Yeah, well. Nearly at the levels where I want them to be. Though that said, I'm not sure about the passage of time. I might be doing another night run. Okay, so decal just paints the part in question. Now, the follow-up question would be, I'll just stash it in here. What happens if I then apply paint to the thing? Is the decal just like a more complex version of paint? Warning, matching paint. Okay, so the decal's different. Then how does decal gets removed? I'm guessing that I need the detailing station, wouldn't I? Now I know why that doesn't spoil so disappointing. I fed the steel plates to it by accident. Food, MREs. Cool. Anything shiny? A whole bunch of food, it looks like. Okay. Still though, it's not a camo pattern, but it is still something. I think I might be stuck with that bonnet for the time being too. Apparently, I didn't quite escape from that as well as I thought I did. I got a flat tire at some point, probably during that plunge down the hill. And honestly, I'm thinking like just going with my current fuel reserve. If my battery drops below 30%, I'm still not getting low battery warning. I don't know where that triggers. Maybe it's 25%? But it looks like I might be on a night run. So it's like... it's below a third already. And it is getting darker out there, I think. So yeah, I might as well just do this with my current reserves, and I'll naturally use some stuff up as we go. I mean, it's telling me to fill my tank and charge my battery, but it's like, you know, I'll be okay. I'll be okay. Right. Right.
If you're ready to do this with me, here's a spot of good news.
Oh.
We aren't completely helpless when it comes to the instability. Back when the zone was active, we built ways to get where we needed to go. I need you to head back towards Sierra. But don't worry, I won't make you jump into Cappy again. When you're filling up for it, take the route back to Sierra. I'll tell you what's next once you're there.
Well, interesting thing is apparently the
hallucination. I can't believe it happened again. I can't believe I missed it.
There is the unknown anomaly area apparently moved to where I was last time. Is that how it works? The anomaly chases me? I don't know. But since I'm prepping for an extreme run, I guess... actually, no, I want to do that during daytime. Let's actually go back to Sierra, I suppose. And this time, I'll avoid the high-risk area. Though, I think I can take either route, though. Tinker Station. Oh, car moves fast. What is this? If it is malfunctioning in some unusual way, this will help you understand how. Oh, okay, so this is to figure out things that might be wrong with my car. But my car is perfect. There's never anything wrong with my car. No. Low battery and fuel aside, but I'm hoping to deplete those further, actually. I don't want to go. I want to go to higher hazard zone in the day. I don't know why it's. Oh, let me. I'm not moving my mouse off it. I'm not letting go of the control. Why is it not letting me leave? Oh, there we go. That was weird. I guess it wasn't moving properly. Ah well, anyway, let's go. Maybe it was trying to warn me because my battery and fuel aren't in good condition. Does this mean my car truly cares? Well, we know my car cares about me. It's a lovely car. It wouldn't do anything to hurt me at all, no. Fuel and battery are a bit low, but that's okay. We are not in any kind of danger at the moment. Okay, so I can't just fast travel straight to that. I think there was an upgrade in the tech tree that would let me do that. So I've got to pass through one of these two areas. Okay. 3 hours to get to there. There's some unrecognised over there. Spark Tower, Sizzling Mist and Shakers. Unknown. Abandoned car, abandoned squire. Wrecked cars, plasma gens. 2 unknown pinks. Touch and go, heavy fog. Where's the legend? Legend, here we go. Right. Oh, see for details. Touch and go. Heavy fog. Swift storms. I'm tempted to just dive into that, actually. Actually, you know what? I think I will. Yeah, let's dive into E4 again. The place we've just been to, but this time it's going to be a higher risk zone. And because I've actually got the way mapped out this time, I should be able to proceed forwards. So unfortunately, this will be a trip at night. Yep, night time. Thing is, I don't know what those things do. Swift storm, I'm guessing storms will suddenly roll in, roll out. There's only one thing up there, but I need to follow the road. Okay. That's fine. I think that's the thick fog. Ah, yeah, look at that, the atmospherics.
Oh, and about those anomalies. I don't recommend you spend much time around them. Unless you've got a death wish, in which case, be my guest. When we're all dead and gone and limb technology but a footnote in the history books, the anomalies will remain. They're the legacy of our work here, and the Olympic Peninsula belongs to them now.
There's a speed boost, but there's also something on... A beating heart. It's a team of... I don't know what day it is, where I am, where I should head is. Might be north, south. Those seem to be changed. Barriers that government installed open and close with mind of their own. That's magical piles of semi-organic junk that somehow knit the van back together after whatever thing smashed it apart last time around. Hit by the tree and dragged into the tree 10 times over. These things patch everything up better than any mechanic ever knew. And then I just drive on to the forest once more, trying to the next junction. That's the story of the last living member of the Bugwatch team. Stuck out here forever because we came to record a dumb show about insects. Aw. There were not that many of those before. There's more of those appearing. They are randomly appearing. Oh boy. Right, anyway, I want to do this. Okay, cool. Unfortunately, I can't actually... use it while wheeling other things, though, so in that it's actually a downgrade from the existing flares, which I could just drop. You know? Why are there so many speed boosts all over the damn place? Also, what is an abandoned squire? Armored door. Boo! The hell? The hell? Storm warning. There's actually something going on. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, right. The area's collapsing. Uh-oh, move. Move. I was not expecting that. inherently unstable zone. Shocking, it actually... Ah! Oopsie-doodle. Where am I even going? Oh no. Avoid that. Right, so there is actually a problem in the zone, which is that the storm actually rolls in. I was not expecting that at all because it's been calm, but apparently there is actually a rather hard time limit. Oh, saw blades. Dodge it. I need to hit a hard left. There's another beating heart. Here. Left here. And I don't know what's up with my lights. There are a lot of arc towers around them. Suddenly this feels very tense. I mean, it's a lot slower than when you actually trip a warning. But still. Oh, I do not want to go there. That just popped out of nowhere. I am avoiding those because I do not want to... Oh, hi, sword blades. Because quite frankly, I do not... The speed boost is extreme and I do not want to... What is that? That's the one with the yellow border is approaching, isn't it? Yes, it is. Right, okay. Just knowing I'm on a timer with time steadily approaching is actually pretty tense. I'm also wondering what the heck that purple over there is. There's something purple on the minimap and I just don't know what it is. I'm hoping I'll have enough time to grab the stabilizer. From here? Yes, from here. Nothing else for it, I have to leg it. Right, the stabilizer is very close by, it is just over there. Here we go, here we go, here we go. It is... Running. Nothing's happening. Oh, radiation zones are expanding. Oh, this is bad. Running. The zone did not seem to like that. Oh my gosh. Why do I feel so tense? Okay, car. Here we go. My darling, my beauty. You will protect me, right? Oh, come on. Let's give you UCPs. Let go. What was that? Okay, right, how are we doing? Still don't know what that is there. Gateway too close? Don't think so, but I have got some energy though. Right. Luckily I was fast enough to actually get up here without having too much of a problem, but I now need to get back down to the road. Which is going to be a slight problem. Oops, it is. But my panic reaction of putting the pedal to the metal seems to have served me fairly well. That's the road down there. It is corrupted. That's okay, go. Forward. Ignore the radiation. Go. I'm just glad there's not been any tourists on this one. Whoops, it is. Are you the thing I've not scanned? Ah, apparently I never actually scanned these guys, even though I came into them like back at the start, you know? Weird. Anyway, yeah, I know yellow is much safer than red, but still. You know what, I think I'll pick up a green, because I did go through some radiation. Let's pick up a green. Thank you very much, Repair Heart. And yeah, I do kind of regret coming out on this run with a flat battery. My battery is definitely not doing too well. That said, I think we just the yellow doesn't really do much to us. It's just like the pressure of it suddenly closing in is just like changes the dynamic a fair bit. There's my way out. Apparently there's an unknown zone I could be going to. Alright, so there's 2 unknown vehicles there still. There's also an unknown motive anomaly, I guess you could say. Let's check the... Oh, sorry, strange anomaly. Though they all seem to be about, well, moving, except the beating heart was not, that was about healing, so just something strange. There were shakers and bollards, can openers, spark towers, sizzling mists, wreck cars. I kind of belted before that, so touch and go. This part of the zone is full of anomalies known for suddenly accelerating vehicles they touch. Okay, that's why there were so many of those accelerated things around the place. Heavy fog, thick, low-lying fog. Part of the zone never seems to lift. Storm activity in this part of the zone is remarkably rapid. Okay, so that was extremely abnormal, how quickly it rolled in. That's what that was, switch storm. I thought it meant like regular rainstorms, but no, it means the actual collapse storm. After it manifests, it will close in much faster than usual. So apparently it normally does appear eventually from that, but this one, it appears and then closes in faster than usual. Not as fast as when you're triggering a gate. Gates are still a lot faster than that, but no. Anyway, that was my first trip into an odd zone. I mean, I got some energy, but I think it was still normal. It was just had extreme conditions. Though this one, perpetual stability. I think that means the storm never appears at all, and I've only been in perpetual areas so far, so that's why it's so sudden and unusual that a storm front started closing in really quickly, and it's just like, go. I probably didn't need to hurry that much. I mean, I was safe in yellow, relatively. Actually, I don't remember taking any damage in yellow storm at all. It's when red hits that you need to be really, really out of dodge, I think. Oh, dear. That was a bit of a shock. It wasn't. This game's been a relaxing drive until now. Apart from the whole thing with Happy, who we're going back to. Once again,
there's a whole lot standing between where we are and the deep zone. Like another wall, and the entire mid-zone for starters. It's not as simple as driving there. We can't control the instability any more than we can control the weather. At the height of LIM R&D, thousands of us lived and worked here in the zone. So we built LIM stabilizers to make certain sectors and roads a little more predictable than others. It was the only way we could operate as a live research compound despite the instability. And yes, the same technology that destabilized the landscape in the first place. LIM technology was always a double-edged sword from the beginning. We're going to put those stabilizers to work and clear you a path. The old observation towers surrounding Sierra Mortar have a map of the stabilizers in that sector. Mind swinging by and finding one?
Find an observation tower overlooking Sierra. I was just thinking of going that way, actually. But yeah, I think I'm carrying stable energy, as is. Shame. Diving into a more unstable dome didn't actually give me unstable energy. I will say this for this relightable thing. It's actually not bad as a torch. It's certainly making it a lot easier to explore with confidence in here, because I can actually have a look around. Though I keep toggling it on and off to preserve the power, though. And of course, when I get something else, then I can't actually use it. So, some kind of flashlight slot, or probably just strap it to the side of my head would be a really good idea, wouldn't it? This thought. I am making a whole new anomaly. Apparently I didn't loot that. There's another building over there too. And once again, we are here in the Traces of Dawn. Oh hey! Another dumpster pearl. Nice. Just have to get back around the barbed wire. What the heck? What the heck? Why? I'm not even in a bad area. Why is that happening? I was just here minding my own business. Zone stability is not a problem. And then suddenly these bursts of radiation popped out of nowhere. Did these go away? Or was it just because I lingered? Or is this Cappy's doing? They just appeared out of nowhere. Why? I was in the middle of looting that. This is something slightly unusual. Reminds me of Cappy. It's no, not very much of Cappy. Reminds me of the friendly dumpster. It's radioactive. And it's claiming a pothole. But there's something about this. I mean, it looks like the goop, doesn't it? That said, though, of course, there is the fact that when I get close to its radiation, but that might just be a radiation zone beyond this, so it's just like, you know. Oh, there goes that. Honestly, I'm surprised how useful this has been. You're a tourist. You are fixed with an impact hammer. Should I go into the goop-infested one? Probably not, but I'm going to. Don't know what it's doing in here, honestly. Apart from the fact it seems to be a bit dangerous to be in here. Hazmat cabinet? The hazard material is outside, mate, not inside the cabinet. New pry bar, I'll take it. My current one is almost broken. There's also some lab gear, and that's about it. Okay. Nothing special in here, except for the fact that this seems to be being assimilated. Oh! Oh! Ah! I found a liberator! Low durability, but it's apparently something that can be used to pull parts off vehicles. That's why I unlocked it, but now I actually get to test it. Sweet! Now I just have to find a nice armoured panel to test it on. Oh, that's it. It'll probably damage the part that Tech gets trying to remove, but it's like, if I can, that alone would make it worth keeping on me. And yeah, having this ready light source is so good. It feels so much better than fumbling around in the dark for looking for everything. Anomaly Studies 4. Mosquito. Is this an objective I'm supposed to be doing? Hint, store inside a fax module. Oh, lore. Okay, right. Briefly, a widespread blight. This tiny flying anomaly would bore into oil or gasoline tanks and steal drink from them. Rust-coloured, about the size of a horsefly and fast-moving. This is common throughout the summer of 1962. Though tougher than an insect, most could be swatted or stomped on. Sightings are now extremely rare, but occasionally still logged. So there's something that can siphon fuel out of me. Good to know about that in advance, but... Can it siphon out of the backup tank, actually? That's a good question. Okay, I think we're done at this little park here. And the radiation didn't come to spoil my time. Also, I've been dumping small collectible bits in the side storage here, and you can see it's building up pretty quick. Do I want to be keeping that? It does tell me the name of it though, a mosquito. Okay, let's move on. I did swing south here just to hit the stability anchor that's nearby. Actually, I think that's a walk from here almost at this point. But yeah, that's where the radiation zone jumped me. This is the next park over. Then we're here, and when we were driving around and saying hello to Cappy and all that, this is where we did the jump. This is the road we went back and forth on when I figured out the battery drain indicator. And this is the road where we were before. So this map... This is the same map as before, I think, because it's an important location and it's stabilised by the fact Cappy's here. But it's not actually... It does randomise some of the stuff in it, but not as much as the other zones in between. Okay, so that's just up that hill. Okay, on foot we go. I'm honestly hoping this will make those radiation zones that jumped us at the last fight move. But I'm not expecting it to. How close do I need to be? Minor damage. But I had... That one wasn't a proximity detonation. I had to get close enough to knock that one over. And alas, it didn't drop a fragment, which is what I was hoping for. So it seems like it's not a guaranteed drop from those guys. Still, the name of this game seems to be science, so you know. Let's actually go and do our objective. Up this way. Oh hey, the radiation zone did go away. Nice. There's also more buildings here than I knew about as well. The rocks are breathing. Poison cloud. What is happening to me? Okay, so this little site actually has a bit of something strange that happened here. Well, something strange. That doesn't cover much ground in this place, let's be fair. Just trying to stash as much as I can. I can stash all that. Okay, good. I'm actually stashing bigger stuff in my central storage. There's the Liberator. I still hope I find something to use that on. But that means finding a car. Also, I just ran into a barbed wire fence there. Luckily that doesn't seem to do any damage. Unlike real life. Don't go running to barbed wire fences. They hurt. Nothing unusual here, really. It seems just like a slightly odd internal layout. What's that whoop 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 sound? I don't like that. You're not injured, are you, my darling? I am. Rear left is flat. Must have hit something while I was going off-road. Okay. Well, this is why I've got spare stuff around. There we go. That's all I need. See you in the kit. Still, I like that as well. It's like I could hear that something was off as I drove. So my tyre found something that burst it. Well, it didn't go bang, it just kind of had a hole. But it is summer tyres being used off-road, so you know. They're not really meant to do that. You know what? I'm wondering if there's a better way to deal with a pack of tourists. So... let's see what happens if contact sets them off. What happens if I do this? Ooh. Don't know why it gave me plastic, but still. Apparently I can just... yep, moving towards the flare there, aren't you, buddy? So, I can actually clear them out by just throwing something at them. What about an unlit flare? Will that do the job? For science, we must know. That said, that one is not standing. That one is firmly planted in the ground. Apparently not. Just a nudge is not enough to do it. Also, I think I've lost my flare. Not that it really matters too much. Yeah, hi. How are you doing, buddy? They are moving around, weeping angels, aren't they? Okay, yeah. So I've lost my flare. That's not too bad. I've got some plastic on me. Didn't I have some other flares? Yes, I did. They were in my main trunk, I think. Yep, there they are. There we go. So I have got some flares. All good. And I keep being tempted to use a battery jumper, actually. Because we've got barely any light left. Anyway. It's just while I'm trying to move around on these dirt roads, I am flickering my headlight just to keep it going. But at the same time, you know, got this. Ooh, a pneumatic. I should probably also feed my car some fuel. You have a new paint. Awesome. Yeah, a little bit of fuel, not much, just enough to keep it rolling. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's almost gone. Okay. So yeah, I will actually tend to need my car just a little bit. Okay, it looks like a full-fledged tower we've got going on here.
The towers are locked up tight, but you can tighten up security protocols all day only for one disgruntled employee to program in his name for fun and mess it all up. Anyway, the overload code is 4735. Find that stabilizer map and scan it for me.
Overload code?
I was assigned to clean these towers out every time the guards rotated. And things I saw. Let's just say that keeping a watch on Sierra day in and day out did not make for a good time. I didn't envy those guards one bit.
So I would say there's a hell of a view of Cappy down there. Yeah, there's the ramp where you went up and just blowed straight into the cart of it. On Oppie's absolutely sound advice. Okay, right, let's see. Access the tower. Localize the stabilizer records. Alright. Go up here. Exchange machine, which has still not got to work for me at all. Nothing much else here. Nope. What do? You are pressurized container plastic, aren't you? Yeah, pressurized cartridges, yes. Still don't know how to make these guys work. The only one I was tempted by was the crowbar one. Scan the... oh, this.
I got it. I'm overlaying the map with the available routes near you.
Map overlaying it
There
with...
you go. Found 3 sector stabilizers that'll do the job. They're not too far, so I've added the location to your route. The access road will lead you straight there once you're ready.
Wait, access road? 3 stabilizer towers. Proceed to the next junction. Exit the area via the stabilizer road exit. Oh, we're not. So we're not finishing the run here. Okay. It wants me to leave that way. Of interest, by the way, is I came in from the southeasterly direction, but I entered the zone from the north. So things are a bit wrapped around there. That said, though, because we are past the hour, I'm going to say episode here. We have ourselves a destination. Don't know what's out there. There are some stabilizer nodes we can grab. I mean, there's a really nice big juicy one there. And there's that one over there as well. So there's 2 pretty big ones, which I think might max out our energy actually. So we can leave this place well stocked. At least in terms of energy, and not fuel and batteries. I might just use a battery jumper, honestly. Though, I'm wondering about if that will get me up above. But that said, of course, we are getting towards daytime as well. What is this about this map and me doing it in the dawning hours as the sun's starting to come up? Is that going to be a pattern? I don't know. Is that Cappy's doing? Probably. Anyway. We're doing very well so far. Very well indeed. I'm quite happy with my decision to mount the steel plating on my car. It's not really done much, but my beloved vehicle is in good nick for the most part. Like the wheels are all okay except for that flat we had. The paneling's a little bit chewed up, partly from radiation, partly from bumping a lone tourist. And the doors are all in kind of good nick as well, so nothing serious to worry about at all at the moment. So yeah, this is my Mark 3. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. Feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Helps out me, helps out the channel, gives you those virtual headbats I also crave. And I'll catch you all some other time. Just me and my darling. And these random voices which seem to not be all they once were. But yeah, see you all later.